Welcome back, Romantic Home family, and welcome if you all are new. I am Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video, I am over the moon, excited to share with you guys a DIY spring wreath tutorial. We're going to be creating this beautiful masterpiece, step by step, sharing the bow, the beautiful little bunny, everything I gathered pretty much at Hobby Lobby, except for a couple of little goodies, and I'll link what I did not get at Hobby Lobby in the description box below. So if you guys love to craft and decorate, I have over 1,000 tutorials on YouTube. Go back and check them out and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It's totally free. I am a full-time content creator, so it helps this mama out so much. Thank you so much for being here. And also pop over to my Olivia's Romantic Home DIY Facebook page where I share several DIY videos a day with you guys. I try to mix it up and do a little bit easier, sometimes harder, and all different styles and all that kind of fun stuff. So thank you guys again. And without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. Okay, sweet friends, to get started on this spring wreath tutorial, I'm sharing with you guys some of the goodies that I gathered from Hobby Lobby. Their floral bushes were 40% off, as well as all their ribbon. And I gathered several of their spring bushes, some greenery picks, this cute little bunny that we're going to make over into a pink Princess Marie spring bunny, and these beautiful floral bundles. These are really nice and they hold up really well. I am going to pick them into some hydrangeas, some ranunculus, and some beautiful roses. So if you guys want to recreate this tutorial, here are some of the bundles that I am going to be using. I used all of the colorful flowers and several of the greenery, and then I also got those little Easter picks. Okay, now to get started on this bow, I am going to be using my Easy Bow Maker, and I'm starting out with white satin ribbon. This is just from the regular ribbon section at Hobby Lobby, and I'm measuring about a 12 to 14 inch tail, and then I'm going to measure all the way over on my loops. I'm going to do 8 inches on each side. I want a really nice big bow. The base that I'm going to be creating this wreath with is going to be a grapevine wreath base, also from Hobby Lobby. Again, all of their floral supplies was 40% off, and I'm so excited to start making wreaths again. I'm thinking about listing this one in my Etsy shop. I fell in love with it after I made it, so I'm not sure if I can part with it. I will let you guys know if I do a drop of cakes and spring florals for my Etsy shop, so just let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing. Okay, so I am going to go side to side with my I believe this is a 3-inch wide wired ribbon. It's satin. It holds up really nicely, but it is a little bit thinner, so I just have to be really careful. And I'm going to make this wreath tutorial a little bit slower for everyone. I've been watching cake making tutorials, and I really enjoy just relaxing and watching people make cakes, so I'm hoping you guys will as well as I make this big giant fluffy bow. So I made 3 loops on each side because I really want this bow to be nice and full. And with the Easy Bow Maker, it just has 2 prongs in the center, and I get the Easy Bow Maker at I actually ordered it off of Amazon during COVID, but you can get it at the craft store or on Amazon. And I'm going to dovetail my ends and cut that first layer of ribbon loops off, and now I'm going to add in the pink. Now the pink is similar ribbon. It's a 3-inch wide ribbon. It's a pink satin ribbon, and it is wired, so it holds up really nicely. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the same process. I'm going to add my loops in, and you're just going to kind of gather it, push it down into the little Easy Bow Maker holder. It's just kind of like a hand holder. If you can make bows by hand, let me know in the comment section, but I have never mastered that, so I'm going to really cheat here and use the Easy Bow Maker. It helps me just keep my loops, and I have neuropathy in my hands as well, and so I don't hold things for long periods of time without dropping them. In fact, I could just be holding like a utensil and drop it very easily. My phone, I'm constantly dropping. I have the dropsies, I guess. So again, I'm using this pink satin ribbon, and I'm going to make 3 loops on each side. So you just make your loop, and you twist. You could just kind of give it a little twist and then make the next loop, but those little prongs in the center are going to hold it. Now I love a big fluffy bow. If you guys are new here, I'm Olivia and I love big bows, and I cannot lie. But if you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know I am super into all my bows. So girly, so pretty. and this pink is just making me feel so springy. Now, this bow was getting so big it wanted to pop out of the Easy Bow Maker, but we are going to hold on to it, dovetail the ends. When you dovetail the ends of your ribbon, you simply cut a little triangle in an upwards direction, and that's going to give me some tails. Now, usually I wait to cut my tails, but for this bow, since I'm using the Easy Bow Maker, I'm just going to go ahead and go for it. Now, I'm using a smaller pink and white gingham ribbon, or pink and white check ribbon, whatever you want to call this pattern. It was also in my Hobby Lobby in just the regular ribbon section. This is going to be more of a 2-inch size ribbon, I believe. Maybe it's even 1.5. It's a lot smaller though than my larger ribbon. I need to get online and find a really good source for really nice high quality ribbon, but for now I'm kind of a shopper where I like to see things hands on. Are you guys like that? When you go to buy craft supplies, you like to shop and see things hands on. I know I don't mind buying things online, but with my crafting supplies I get so excited and I really want to see all the color combinations, the sizes, and how everything's made. So once I have that in, I'm just going to come in with a smaller tail, and this is just a pink satin ribbon and it's really, really small. Now remember, you all can substitute any colors of ribbon for the same project. So maybe you're working on an Easter wreath or a spring wreath and you want to do purple or blue, or maybe you're working on a Valentine's Day wreath. Use any color combination of ribbons that you are using for your project. This bow is going to be an amazing bow for a wreath, for a garland, for a Christmas tree topper, especially if you take it and make 2 of them and make them go back to back for your Christmas tree topper. Look at how gorgeous this bow is. It's very, very delicate. If I were to sell this creation, I would have to pack it very carefully because I would not want this beautiful bow to get smashed. Now, to keep my beautiful bow together, I'm going to use a zip tie and simply zip tie it and make sure the little zip tie part is in the back. Now, you can see that this bow is beautiful, but it needs to be fluffed. Those pink loops need to come out. The white loops need to come out. So that's probably the key to my bows, is fluff. I'll fluff as soon as I get done making it, and then once I put it on my project, which I'm going to place it onto this beautiful grapevine wreath base, and I'm going to use a zip tie to do that. But once you have all your layers fluffed out and once you have it added onto your project, you're going to want to fluff it again. Now that I have my bow on and fluffed, I'm going to add in some greenery pieces. These are those greenery pieces with the tiny little pink flowers on the end. I love these longer greenery pieces because they're going to give my project some movement. And it's also going to give me kind of some points of interest. I'm going to have kind of 3 points of interest where I'm going to be adding the greenery and the florals. So that's something that might be helpful when you are creating a wreath, is to have kind of 3 points of interest that are going to help shape your wreath along. So it's going to be at the top, off to the side, and then down at the bottom is how I'm going to create this. Now, I want this to be a pretty princess, like almost like a Marie Antoinette type of wreath. And when I say that, I mean very over the top, very lush, as if spring gardens are here. I'm hot gluing each individual greenery piece. I will tell you, I made such a mess with the hot glue today with this project, but it was so well worth it. And I really want my project to be really durable if I were to sell it. That way, whoever buys it can really enjoy it for years to come. So I'm hot gluing each piece into the wreath and making sure it stays really nice and put. Now here's these beautiful pink roses, also from Hobby Lobby. All of these florals are from Hobby Lobby and they're absolutely gorgeous. I love the pretty and pink roses. I'm going to add a pink rose to the top and then move on to the side. Again, acting as kind of a 3-point session where we have one rose up at the top, one off to the side, and then one down at the base. I did remove the leaves on this one. I have wire cutters, which I love to get my wire cutters from the hardware store. I'm also taking my scissors and any little edges I see on my roses that are not perfect. I want to go ahead and trim those back because again, if I want to sell this, I want it to be perfect, but I also may just keep it and enjoy it because it's so beautiful. It was so much work and there's so much product in this wreath, but I'll let you guys know I would like to go ahead and open my Etsy shop again and allow some of you all to enjoy some of the treasures that I'm creating, that if maybe you can't make them or you just really love them, or maybe you're some of my lovely customers from days gone by when I used to have an Etsy shop and have been requesting for me to start selling again. So we'll see how all that goes. I have so many ideas and I'm in a very creative mood right now. So anyway, now here are those big bundles of flowers. It's a multicolored bundle and then some of these white hydrangeas. And I'm going to take the hydrangea and I want to fill in some of these places up underneath the wreath to give the eye some interest and also to give the wreath some fullness, because even though I put my bow on first, I still want to fill out some of the wreath underneath. That way it looks like it's really a blooming floral garden. Now here's a little tip for wreath making. I like to cut my florals into stems and then I'll put the floral in, take a look at it, and if you see I'm making kind of a funny face or serious face, I'm squinting a little bit because I'm only seeing what I'm making through the little camera iPhone that I'm filming on, but I'll put the floral in, take a step back and see if it looks like it's in the correct place. And so this one definitely was. So I think that this is kind of maybe a dahlia or a zinnia type flower, but it's very kind of full and it has, some pink coloring in it, but it's going to have a little bit more of a deeper pink to it. And I like it as an accent. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to add in some more roses and begin to kind of stagger my colors in and around the whites and pinks. So I want to, layer them. I don't want a bunch of the same color all clumped together. So I hope that makes sense. And again, using my 3-point method where I have one up at the top, some off to the side, and then some down at the base. And I try to use the same floral in each 3 points, staggering them as I'm mixing them in. So I just wanted to let you guys know that for this larger flower, I am kind of picking it in and underneath where the bow is. Even though the bow is going to slightly cover it, you're going to still see it. And I don't want to see into the grapevine base of this wreath. I really want it to be a really full garden. I always, when I'm making my creations, I always think bridal, luxury bridal decor. How can we make this have a story, make this over the top and just absolutely stunning? So my story for this wreath is I would like to think it's like the secret garden, just this beautiful, amazing garden where anything in this garden grows and all of the florals are just perfect and beautiful and sparkling. And this sweet little bunny, Princess Pink Princess Marie Bunny, is going to be hopping into the garden, and she is going to pop on to the garden wreath, and she is just going to love there. She's going to have a beautiful little crown on, a pink bow, all the fun things. She's going to be so girly and safe in her beautiful little secret garden. And just there's no worry. She has all the food she needs, all the love she needs, all the care she needs, and she's completely pampered. And so that is the story behind this beautiful little secret garden wreath. Now, you guys leave a story down below on what you think this wreath should be called, or how we can make it even more of a story. I love thinking when I'm creating something what it could be, the story behind this, and what is the story behind your spring decorating this year. Mine is going to be very hearts in bloom. I really want my heart to bloom this year with joy and peace and love and just all the good things. So I also have these white ranunculus I'm going to put in, and again, just staggering them next to the pink roses and the white roses. So I would love to hear from you guys. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I am starting to kind of grow out some of the blonde. What do you think about the two-tone look on me? I'm kind of loving it. Um, I do have to touch up my roots because the gray is pretty aggressive, but I'm really loving the two-tone with just the blonde that we had originally done kind of pulled through. I want to grow my hair out longer again, how it kind of used to be, and have a little bit of highlights around my face. Okay, so I used the full bundle on from the Hobby Lobby bundle, and now I'm going in with the second bundle. So if you're following along with me and you're creating this, I used one hydrangea bundle, one rose bundle, two of the multicolor bundles. Again, if you go into the flower section at Hobby Lobby, you're going to find all these bundles and loads of ribbon, and we're going to continue to layer and add in more beautiful treasures. So now we have beautiful pink Princess Marie Bunny, and we are going to give her a makeover. She has hopped into the secret garden and she needs just some beautiful pink ribbon around her neck. So I removed the old ribbon, set it aside because I'll probably use it for a different project, maybe in the fall, because it was more fall colors in my opinion. And I'm simply going to hot glue the pink ribbon around her neck and then make a pretty bow. What do you all think about this slower tutorial? Usually I speed my tutorials up, but I thought you might enjoy just the process of creating this beautiful treasure and all that fun stuff. So once I had the pink ribbon around her neck, I hot glued it, let that dry, and I was lucky enough to find some pink gingham ribbon that was in a smaller size because I wanted to do a smaller bow. So I'm going to take, and this is a little bow hack, you guys can take the ribbon and double it up and then make a shoelace bow, and that's going to create kind of a little fluffy bow. I like to use that in my smaller detail projects. And then once I have that pretty bow done, I can pop that on to her neck. I just felt like she needed to be a little bit more girly, a little bit more fun. She's going to be entering into her secret garden where she has everything she needs, is fully loved, fully joyful, and just so happy. So she is turning into a princess, kind of like Cinderella. We'll call this a Cinderella moment. She's having a glow up. So we're going to add this beautiful pink ribbon around her neck. The other original one, I'm not sure why, but they had the little greenery around her neck. It looked like it was just too much for me. But anyway, I think this is much softer and sweeter. Now, I'm using this beautiful bow jewel from Totally Dazzled. So because she is a beautiful princess bunny, she needs to have all her glam jewels. I'll leave the link to Totally Dazzled in the description box below, but this is just a jeweled bow applique is what it is, and it's absolutely stunning. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm just going to hot glue it on top of that pretty pink gingham bow, and look at how sparkly, fit for a princess. She is ready for her secret garden, except for, wait a minute, I think she needs something else. I definitely think she needs the sparkling crown. These crowns are also from Totally Dazzled. I love them. In fact, I think I'm going to make some more little cute little bunny creations and possibly put them in my Etsy shop or just use them in and around my home. What do you guys think? So we're just going to hot glue her crown to her head, and then I used some tiny pink flowers to give her some little pink flower earrings. She is looking so gorgeous and fabulous. Okay, to add our beautiful pink Princess Marie bunny to our wreath, we are going to have to put just a hole in the styrofoam through this back leg area. Apologies, goodness gracious, but there is the hole, and that is going to give us a spot to zip tie the base of our little bunny into our wreath. I'm also going to reinforce her with some more florals back behind her. That way she's not just held on by that one zip tie. She's going to have florals that are kind of going to bloom up behind her. But that is my little trick for getting her into this wreath. I've also tied on little stuffed animals and signs before too with floral wire. So whatever suits your fancy, however you want to attach your beautiful pink princess bunny. And this bunny again was from Hobby Lobby. All of actually the goodies in this tutorial was from Hobby Lobby. I like to use a lot of random things sometimes in my creations, but for this one I really wanted you all to be able to access everything. And if you look for all of the supplies at a 40% off, you're going to get a little bit better of a deal. I will tell you though, this is not really a super budget friendly creation, unless you already have a lot of ribbon and florals on hand and can kind of emulate what I'm doing. But sometimes we need to get a little bit fancy and go a little bit over the top. So I wanted to do that for this one project. I wanted to make it into a masterpiece, just something that was kind of like an art piece to look at, because I know that my wreaths that I used to make up at my Etsy shop, they were like art pieces. I put almost all the supplies in my home in every single wreath, and so much love and so many hours of work. So once I have her on, I'm going to now again just use some of these florals from this floral bush and pop that in and hot glue that in and around the back of her, and that's going to kind of hold her in even more. I wouldn't recommend though to put a wreath like this outside. This is really more for an interior home wreath. You could put it outside, maybe if you have a covered porch, but my porch gets so much wind. I would be so afraid that that it would just get too much wind activity for this type of masterpiece. Again, I'm trimming my rose petals to make sure they're exactly the right height and they're really beautiful. And I'm going to continue to add in some more beautiful roses. But what do you think our beautiful pink princess bunny? She is looking so gorgeous. So I'm just continuing to add in to Miss Princess Pink Princess Marie's secret garden, giving her so many beautiful florals blooming all around her in her treasure of a spot where she can play with all of her little bunny friends, have bunny tea parties, and just have a bunny blast. What do you all think about this beautiful creation? Do you like the style of this video where it's a little bit longer, a little bit slower, and more detail? This is a pretty big project. It would be something that you wanted to take your time on and possibly even just save if you're not ready for something that's this intense. But I will tell you guys, I think you can do it. I think you could go for it and make something really amazing. I believe in you, and I believe that every person is an artist at heart. And if you don't want to create something like this, you can just enjoy watching me create it. And let me know in the comment section if it'd be something that you would enjoy being able to buy from me from Etsy if I decide to go ahead and open my Etsy shop up again, which I think I'm going to try. I think it's good to get out of our comfort zone, and as I am beginning to look at being an empty nester this year, my son is graduating from college and my daughter's graduating from high school. I think I can manage, having a little bit more things going on. And this would be something I could continue to do at home and work at my own pace. So all of those fun things. Now, let me know, how are you all decorating for spring this year? Do you like to use loads of pastels? Do you do an Easter decor? What do you guys think about this? What do you think about this beautiful pink? I know so many of you all have been loving that I'm going back to my shabby chic girly roots. So I have been loving this as well. It's just really making my heart happy. And so I feel like the year 2025 is when my heart is just going to completely bloom. So much joy, so much peace, so much love. And also, I'm so excited to be celebrating my son's engagement coming up to my future daughter-in-law. Every day, practically, we're talking about things for the wedding, decorations for the wedding, dresses. We're still looking at dresses for me, for her mom, for the bridesmaids. Just so much fun wedding planning. It's like a dream come true. I literally just absolutely love every part of the process. Now, one thing that I have tucked back here are some of my coffee filter roses, and I added those into this project as well. These are hand dyed coffee filter roses, and they're beautiful. I make each one on its own. They take a little bit of a process, but they're absolutely stunning, and they give just that little bit of detail and whimsy that I was hoping for. And here is the final look. Miss Pink Princess Marie bunny in her garden, just blooming with so much joy and hope and love and happiness. So beautiful, so perfect. Here it is in the evening. So the coloring looks a little bit different in this lighting, but it is very vibrant with whites and pinks and absolutely gorgeous. She is so happy to have her forever home with all of her beautiful glam jewels. The most sparkling pink princess jewel with her crown and her beautiful bow. So fabulous and oh so gorgeous. She just loves you all and has a forever home here until she possibly goes to her next home. If I don't put this one in my Etsy shop, I definitely hope to make another one and put in my Etsy shop. And I also have been working on some fake baked treats to listen to my Etsy shop. I'm so excited to just have that connection with you guys because I know so many of you all really enjoyed it when I did have my Etsy shop, and I'm excited also to have an Olivia's Romantic Home DIY group page again. I want to open that back up for everyone because my old Facebook page got hacked, unfortunately, and so we had 100,000 members in that group and it went bye-bye. So I'd like to recover that for you guys, and thank you again for all of your love and support. And then we have Benji Bear here. He is such a little rascal. I want to update you guys and let you know that his paw is so much better. He's still on his medicine, but he is doing so much better. I did put a sock on it when we walked today. It slipped off once or twice, but I also ordered some little booties for him on Amazon, and I'm going to have him wearing like little waterproof boots when he goes for his walks. Cross my fingers that they work out, but he is just so feeling so much better. So thank you for all the prayers for Benji Bear and all of the love and support. And he wants to say hi to all his puppy dog and kitty cat fans out there. Thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafting and decorating adventure. It's such a true blessing to have each and every one of you all here. For those of you all that are new, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home. I'm a DIY crafty mama. I've been on YouTube for about 7 to 8 years, just creating content and sharing with you guys so many fun and fabulous projects, which I have, I believe, 1,100 DIY videos on YouTube now. So go back and check them out. I have big compilations for every season. I feel like I'm a seasonal decor enthusiast. So if you guys love to craft and decorate, or if you just love to watch crafting and decorating, you guys are definitely going to find so many fun ideas here. And also pop over to my Olivia's Romantic Home DIY Facebook page, where I share several daily crafting inspirations with you guys, videos, just some fun inspiration pictures, and pictures from my latest work. So what do you guys think about this super adorable spring wreath? I really went a little bit crazy. I wanted to kind of channel my inner princess, spring princess. I'm thinking it's kind of like a Marie Antoinette, beautiful little bunny hair. You know, she's got her crown on and all that kind of fun stuff. I love to do fancy things. I've always been a fancy gal. So thank you guys for being here. Now, I have been sharing a daily devotional with you all. This devotional, I have stuff all over my crafting area. If you guys could see the other side of this, you'd be like, what? But this is called He Whispers Your Name. It's by Cherry Hill. And I have been reading out of this and also reminding you guys to drink your water, drink up. It's going to help you out so much and get that body moving. If you can take some steps, get to walking and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's what helps me with my just daily life. So, okay, this one is called Counting Loss. And I know that we have all experienced loss at some point in time. Including me. Over the last couple of years, I have experienced several very painful losses. So please know that you're not alone if you're going through pain. The best advice I was given at some point in time was like, hey, you just got to keep going, putting one foot in front of the other. And honestly, that's what I did. And it really did sustain me and keep me going just by, actually, I used to do like a walk and cry. You know, I would walk in my neighborhood, walking my dog, crying. And eventually it was just a walk. And eventually I got back into the gym and started, you know, watching what I ate, drinking my water, loving on my family and the people that are in my life that love me. And then, you know, staying plugged into the Word. Staying plugged into God also is a huge thing in my life. It has really sustained me as well. And my journey with God has been so many years and so many trials and so many things I should have known and should have listened to. So I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit more mature, but I know that I will mess up every single day. So if you guys are here with me, here we go. So this is called Counting Loss. At times your thoughts are only concerned with what you've lost instead of what you've gained. I know that in the difficulties of life, it's easy to lose sight of your blessings, but they are countless. The frustration and discouragement you face are often caused by focusing on the wrong things, and the end result is a lack of faith. When you focus on what you don't have, you rob yourself of peace, energy, and joy. But when I am the primary focus and priority in your life, the blessings will pour out far beyond your greatest hopes and desires. Instead of spending time counting your losses, refocus your time in my presence to be reminded of your countless blessings. View your life through my eyes, my promises, not your own. Seek me at all times, fully grasp the sacrifice that has been made to free you of your sins, enable you to experience my peace that surpasses all understanding. Pursue me with greater passion in your brokenness. I am worthy of your trust. I can heal every part of your heart that has been torn apart. If you will place me first in your life, you will never be disappointed. Nothing in all the earth can satisfy your soul like I can. Follow me faithfully and count everything as loss in comparison to what you and I have in eternity. And the scripture that goes along with that says, I count all things to be lost in view of the surpassing value of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord. And that's Philippians 3:8. Wow. So I really could take away that this is saying we are focused on our losses instead of focused on our blessings. And isn't that the truth? When we have gratitude and focus on everything that we still have, even after a loss, and everything that God is trying to show us that we're blessed with, we have so much joy. So I hope that this helps you out so much. I'm going to give all of your hearts a big old hug. Thank you for being here. You guys are just amazing. You rock. Go back and check out my last tutorial also, where I shared with you guys this fun and fabulous fake bake. It's a Love Shack Fancy cake. I used the Love Shack Fancy wallpaper on it. I was so excited for this. I'm making up a couple of more, and I'm hoping to cross my fingers and get my act together and list some in my Etsy store. I originally sold on Etsy for years, and I would like to get back to that. I know I have so many people ask me if I sell things, and as I become an empty nester, I feel like I'll probably get some more time back and really start getting into that. So I will post on my socials when I'm able to get my Etsy shop back up and running. And I'm also hoping to do an Olivia's Romantic Home group for you guys, where you guys can share pictures of your crafting and decorating and all that kind of fun stuff. So I have a lot of ideas going on, but I'm going to keep focused and get my kiddos graduated and all that kind of fun stuff. So I love y'all to the moon and back. I'm going to hug all of your hearts again, and I'm wishing you a gorgeous, fabulous, blessed day. I can't wait to also reveal my dining room to you guys and do a romantic home tour next week for you, because I said we're going to do it for Valentine's Day, so I've got to get everything ready, which means I have to clean, which is not fun. I'd rather craft and decorate. Okay, I'll let you guys go until our next video. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.